might be the last time I ever do this. It's 6:45 a.m. and I'm heading into the office for the very last time. This isn't my usual routine. My company has a hybrid optional policy, which basically means there's an office if you want it, but nobody's forcing you to go in. And I just take full advantage of that because I live about an hour outside of Boston. To make it bearable, I try to leave around this time just to beat the traffic. I usually make this trip about once a month. It's good for what we call FaceTime. It's a little bit of dedicated time to connect with my team and the higher-ups in the C-suite. But today is different. Today is the last day. The company is closing down the office for financial reasons. After today, we're going fully remote. So this is it. One last commute, one last day at the office. There she is, Boston. I think it's a beautiful city. The roads were famously designed by cows, or so the legend goes. This makes more sense when you drive around the city. I park at the Post Office Square garage. It's an underground bunker of sorts, a little confusing, and kind of weirdly humid. It's also ridiculously expensive at $40 for the day, so this is definitely a once a month kind of luxury. Boston's financial district has a certain energy. Buildings are tall, the streets are busy, and it always smells vaguely like Dunkin' Donuts. Our office is a few blocks from here, surrounded by other companies and overpriced lunch spots. So my game plan for an office day is always the same: stack it full of meetings. It sounds counterintuitive, because why commute for an hour just to sit in meetings? But as a software engineer, I need long stretches of quiet to do deep work. You know, the mental gymnastics where I try to keep track of an entire system in my head. But being in office is a lost cause for me with all of the interruptions. So I pack my calendar with meetings and use those days for teamwork, planning, and all of the stuff that actually benefits from human contact. The office has one of those lobbies where you wonder if you're underdressed. But I work in tech, nobody cares. And now we're headed up to our floor. I badge into the office and settle into my desk. But first things first, hydration. The Bevy station is the lifeblood of the modern tech office. This machine probably costs more than my first car. My caffeine of choice is tea, which I know is a red flag in a coffee-dominant profession. Shout out to my fellow hot tea engineers, we are few but proud. Man, the last day vibes can really hit you when the coffee machine starts to make me feel sentimental. It's weird seeing all of these empty desks. This place used to be buzzing. But over the last year, it's gotten quieter and quieter due to attrition and, of course, layoffs. These days, the loudest thing in here is the HVAC system. Maybe a little bit of my existential dread. There's a sense of history here. A lot of projects were built at these desks, and a lot of friendships too. Since most people tend to come in later, I grab a small office to get some work done. I like to spend my mornings answering Slack messages and checking PRs. PRs are for pull requests, which are how we review each other's code before it gets merged into the main code base. It's an important part of collaborative software development. It helps us catch bugs, share knowledge, and make sure we're all building the same things in a consistent way. I'm done with the morning tasks, but since today is the last day at the office, I figured, why not do a pastry run? It's raining, of course, because Boston. One of the perks of working downtown is that Chinatown is an 8-minute walk away. Boston's Chinatown is one of the oldest in the country, founded back in the late 1800s. It's packed with amazing restaurants, bakeries, and markets. It feels like a totally different world just a few blocks from the financial district. And in my opinion, if your city has a Chinatown, you owe it to yourself to try the pastries. My first stop is getting some banh mi's. I've been going to this particular place for years. I remember back in my day, it only cost like $3 a banh mi. And of course, what I came here for, the bakeries. I grabbed some roast pork buns, hot dog buns, beef curry buns, and taro cake. I don't have a sweet tooth, so it's all the savory stuff for me. Mission accomplished. The smell from this bag is incredible. And now, lunchtime. It's the last day we get free food. This is how the company used to bribe us all to come into the office. Mexican is on the menu today, and I order a burrito bowl. Office days are definitely less about productivity and more about connection. For a team that mostly works remote, this FaceTime matters. You can learn a lot about your coworkers over a burrito. Lunch is done now, and it's time to get back to work. I make some attempts to fix a bug, but I don't get very far. This is a perfect example of why I don't get much deep work done at the office. Coworkers will stop by for chats. Don't get me wrong, I love my coworkers. These spontaneous conversations are great for team bonding and quick problem solving, or just gossiping. But my brain just had to switch context from the code I was trying to write. Getting back into that flow state can take another 15 to 20 minutes. In some office days, I don't bother opening up my IDE. Also, can we talk about how open office plans are never a good idea? And now for one of my favorite office rituals, tea time. It's a 30-minute break in the afternoon where a bunch of us just grab a drink and hang out. It's a deliberate, scheduled interruption. And because it's scheduled, it doesn't feel as disruptive. Honestly, this might be what I'll miss the most about the office, having these low-key, non-Zoom moments like this, and to gossip. The rest of the day is basically a blur of meetings. Here, we're figuring out some implementation as a team. We discuss some technical limitations and give each other some pointers. And next, I'll head over to the refinement meeting. This is where we look at the upcoming tasks in our backlog and discuss them. We make sure everyone understands what needs to be built. We estimate how much effort it will take, and we identify any potential problems. Doing this together in person can actually be super efficient. You can figure things out on a whiteboard and get to consensus much faster. End of an era. I pack up my stuff before heading out and take one last lap around the space. Even though I didn't come in often, this place was part of our company's story. It's a little sad, to be honest. The office is a little too quiet now. It's like the party's over, but nobody wants to go home. I'll miss this place. We decide to send off the office the only way we know how, with beer. I meet up with my team at Sam Adams' tap room nearby. It's a great spot near Faneuil Hall. It's kind of touristy, but good vibes. And it could usually fit a large crowd. We get a few pitchers of beer, we reminisce, someone tells a story about deploying on a Friday, we all laugh, but it's a laugh of shared trauma. It's these character-building events you have with your team that you will always remember. After a couple of beers, we're all starving. So we head back to where my day's mission began, in Chinatown. This time for some amazing Chinese barbecue at Friendship Barbecue. We're getting skewers, all of the skewers. Lamb, beef, chicken wings, squid, you name it, we're ordering it. This is the perfect way to end it all. Good food, good company, a proper farewell to our office chapter. And now it's really over. It's always a little sad after the big farewell and you're walking off on your own. But it was a great final night. The city has a different kind of energy after dark. It's quieter, but still humming. Back to the concrete bunker. It's almost 11 p.m. and now I get a long drive home. In all, it'd be a 18-hour day? Yeah, I definitely won't miss this part. The drive home is always a time for reflection. It's the end of an era for the company, but also for me personally. This commute, these office days, they've been a part of my routine for years. Honestly, this might be the last time I go into an office for work. And I have mixed feelings about it. Remote work is great. It's flexible, I can actually focus, and pants are optional. But offices have their moments too. You can't replace tea time with a Zoom link, or spontaneous whiteboard sessions, or even just sharing pastries in a rainy city. Software engineering isn't just about code. It's also about people. So whether we're remote or in person, I'm just grateful I get to build cool things with good people. Now thanks for coming along, and if you made it this far and you were entertained by my emotional reminiscence of my last day at the office, like and subscribe and all that good stuff, and maybe go stretch your legs.